What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit, spawning here in the bottom right hand corner of Acid Plant LE, playing with the red Zerg pieces, who is up 2-0. His name is VortiX. And on the opposite side of the map, playing with the blue Zerg pieces, trying to get this game back in his favor. His name is Stephano. So guys, VortiX and Stephano, you guys can check out both Game 1 and 2 on the YouTube channel right now. Game number 3, though. Very excited to see what VortiX decides to do in this game, as well as Stephano. I'm wondering if we're going to get a standard build from both players, or are we going to get a cheese from VortiX since he is up 2-0. Looks like he is going to go for a hatch gas pool most likely, as well as on the opposite side of the map, it looks like that will be the tech of choice by Stephano. So, very interesting, guys. This series thus far has been very, very interesting. I have really enjoyed watching it, at least up to this point. It's been interesting, man. I mean, I'm sure you guys can probably agree if you guys have been watching this series along with me. And it looks like, guys, the production tab is almost identical on both sides of the map here. And that's why I love the ZvZ matchup so much. It's a fun matchup because it is just a game of it's mind games. It's all kinds of different things bunched up into one game or a series. But it's fun. It's fun to see kind of. And it'll be fun to see what ends up happening between these two players in this game after each of the other games were definitely different. This is very interesting. An evolution chamber is coming up here for VortiX. Very quick evolution chamber. So I'm wondering the decision on that. I'm thinking he's going to get aggressive once again. He's going to go for a pretty quick push here at some point or another after he gets these two bases up and running. At this point, our blue Zerg player Stephano has no idea about this. So, very interesting as far as what might be, end up happening here in this game. So, +1 is coming up here. So, he's skipping out on the Zergling speed to get +1, which is very interesting, whereas Stephano is getting his Zergling speed right now. Yeah, I wonder the decision-making on this. It's very interesting. I'm not really sure what to think of it, at least at this point, guys, but we're going to probably find out here very shortly the reasoning for it. Looks like Stephano's going for a third base location already. Zergling speed is starting up here, and another evolution chamber is going to be coming up here. So 2 more evolution chambers. This is very different. A different kind of build, but I'm excited to see what VortiX decides to do here shortly. Should be interesting. Evolution Chamber is now going to be coming up here for Stephano as well. As I said, the third base location will be coming up here relatively soon. +1 is starting up here once again. And I'm not sure. 3 Evolution Chambers. Have not seen that ever in a pro match before. Very interesting. But it looks like Stephano is going to get very aggressive here. He is going to get very aggressive. He's going to try to get this around all these queens, and it looks like he is going to try and do what he can to maybe get at least one of the queens, and he's able to successfully do that. I'm wondering how aggressive he's really planning on getting here. It looks like he is going to run back into the main base location here, or the natural expansion here, of our Zerg player in red. Lair's going to be coming up here for VortiX, and I wonder if this is going to trigger a counterattack by VortiX. Looks like he's going to try to do a little bit of some damage here to the third base location. More and more Zerglings are going to be coming up here, and they're going to try to see what they can do possibly here. It looks like all of these Zerglings for VortiX is going to try to get this around on all these queens, and it looks like he did exactly that. Got all the queens. Oh, that is so huge right now. Got so many queens. Going to try to do what he can to try to take out this third base location. If he gets this third base location, this is going to be absolutely crucial for Stephano to keep this base up and running here. And it looks like he will push them back. at least at this point. And VortiX got all those queens, though, and that's a pretty big engagement there. It looks like Stephano may, this might trigger a counterattack by him, and I'm wondering what VortiX is going to do, at least at this point in the game here, because there's no third base to be seen right now. I wonder, Spire is now coming up for VortiX as well, so I'm wondering if he's just going to continue to put on aggression here, because all I'm really seeing here is the speed upgrade here for the roaches for VortiX. I'm very interested to see what he decides to do here. Looks like a roach or a drone is going to try to take this third base location here. Looks like Stephano is going to do his part and try to cancel that, or at least kill the drone, and is able to do exactly that. Roaches are now coming out here. The Spire, I like this decision a ton, though, because at this point, it doesn't look like Stephano has any idea. It looks like he's going to try to get another one of these queens. Gets another queen, guys. And that's really a lot bigger than than you might realize. Third base is now coming up for VortiX. Looks like he's going to try to get into the third base location once again of Stephano. This time, though, it looks like he's going to be pushed back by a bunch of roaches. Ravagers are now going to be coming up here, so we see the tech of choice here by our blue Zerg player. Bailey Ness is going to be coming up here for VortiX. And it looks like this is completely unscouted, at least at this point. Hydra Den is going to be coming up, so that's going to be very good against any of these, of course, any of these Mutalisks. So I wonder if this is going to get VortiX to want to push here. Looks like he is coming with all of these Mutalisks across the map here. And it looks like there is nothing, at least at this point, that the Zerg player really, in blue, can really do, at least at this point here. They are going to try to get these, some of these spores here, and it looks like they're just going to get queen after queen after queen here. This is just absolutely critical that that Stephano tries to keep all of these units alive here. And how annoying is that? That is just absolutely annoying. And nothing is on the production tab except for +2, as well as more and more Mutalisks. Very interesting decision here. They are going to just continue to try to get more and more of these Overlords. And I really like this decision making here by VortiX. He's coming at Stephano with all that he's got. He's taken out Overlords, and now he's going to run in with a bunch of Zerglings, as well as more and more of these Mutas. And we'll see what the response is here for our blue Zerg player. I wonder if he's going to send these Zerglings in very, very soon, because it looks like he's going to be going in for a serious push here, guys. Between Mutas, as well as Banelings and Zerglings, it looks like there is going to be a significant push that is coming in here by VortiX. He wants to end this game right here and right now. It looks like the splits have to be on point, and it looks like all of these Mutalisks are going to try to do what they can here to get as many kills as possible. More and more of these Zerglings are on the production tab, getting so much value out of these Mutas, as well as some of these Zerglings. It looks like, guys, it could be a serious bloodbath here for our blue Zerg player here. It looks like all these queens are just going down so quickly. Stephano is trying so hard to stay in this game, but just like that, the third base location has fallen, and it looks like now all of these Mutalisks are trying so hard to get a lot of kills here. They're getting so much value, at least at this point, and all of these Zerglings are now coming across the map here. They are going to do what they can to get the win here. VortiX, even though he's still not quite ahead, Stephano did lose this third base, and that's huge. That's absolutely huge, because he does have this third base location here that is now up and running. And more of these Mutalisks are going to be coming out here. I don't know if I like the decision that he's staying on the Mutas for so long here, because it looks like Stephano is going to try and get as many of these Hydras as possible. And these Hydras can take out these Mutas with relative ease. So I don't know what the plan is going to be here for VortiX. As far as, if you have a lot of Mutas, they can be a serious problem. But all he's got is some more of these Banelings and Zerglings. So I don't know if that's going to be enough. Maybe it is. We're going to find out very, very soon here. Looks like Spore Crawler is going to be coming up here. But it looks like there is just so many of these Zerg units that are going to try to get a lot of Baneling hits. And I wonder at this point, guys, is it going to go in favor of Stephano? And that is exactly what this game just did. It definitely went in favor of Stephano, that engagement at least. Because these Hydras are so good at fending off against the Mutalisks. And it looks like now more and more of these upgrades are going to be coming up for our Blue Zerg player Stephano. And it looks like the same can be said for VortiX. But it looks like we're getting into the late game here. It looks like this is going to be a late game possibly between both of these players. With all of it, with everything considered, it seems to me that Stephano is actually in a pretty good spot here. Fourth base is going to be coming up here for VortiX, so pretty soon he might actually take over as far as the supply goes. But these Hydras, there's starting to get become a good amount of Hydras here, and I think these Hydras are just going to continue to take out more and more of these overlords here. And there's just like not much of an army, at least at this point, for VortiX. He just doesn't have a very menacing army. On the opposite side, Roaches and Hydras. This is starting to become a scary army. I'm wondering what would happen if right now our Stephano decided to push out. I think that he could overwhelm his opponent, at least at this point. But the longer that VortiX gets, the better off he's going to be, in a better position he's going to be in. Fourth base is up and running here. So I wonder what VortiX is, if this is going to trigger a push here shortly. Lots of Hydras, and Infestation Pit is now coming up for VortiX, so I'm wondering if he's just planning on really going into the very late game here. Looks like our Blue Zerg player Stephano, looks like he's going to try to get a little bit aggressive here with some of these Roach run-bys here, and it looks like he's going to do exactly that. There's another engagement over here. It looks like a lot of these Roaches are going to get killed for almost practically free, but at the same time, they are going to try to get as much value as possible, and it looks like Stephano has had enough. It looks like he is starting to move over to the red Zerg player side of the map, and there are a lot of Hydras here. There's a lot of Hydras, and I'm just wondering if there's going to be enough here for VortiX to hold on here. It looks like the engagement is coming, and Stephano is taking it to him. Is there going to be enough for our red Zerg player to hold on here? It looks like there's just so much blue Zerg here, and Stephano gets the win when it's needed the most against VortiX in a very fun back and forth matchup of ZvZ. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Stephano and VortiX, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.